Hey cruisers, welcome back to Vlogtoberfest. It's good to see so many of you in the chat tonight. We have quite the rowdy crowd tonight. I love it when you guys get all wild in the chat. I popped in today and there were all kinds of conversations going on that were like way over my head. I had to really try to read back to the beginning. It's great to have you all here for this special episode, which we are calling our top 5 favorite cruise ports of all time. We've been wanting to do this episode for a really long time, and several people have asked us for it, so we're finally doing it. If you follow us over on social media, you've seen some sneaky pictures that I've put up of those actual ports this week, and we'll continue to post some more of them after the live stream tonight. Tonight's live stream is brought to you guys by cruiseline.com. where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real everyday cruisers, and you can also do a lot of awesome port research there, which I highly recommend that you do that. There's a million ways to do it, but it's a great way to see real photos. One of my favorite things to do when I'm researching ports on cruiseline.com is just jump right into the photos from the ship that I'm going to be going on and check out what real people are posting. So what do you guys think? Should we get right into it? So here's what we want to do tonight. I am going to read mine. I'm going to go through all of them. Then I'm going to read some of the submissions from people who left me a note on Facebook that couldn't be here in the chat, but that wanted to share their favorite ports. And then I'd love to hear yours along the way. Mr. CruiseTipsTV, will you do me a favor and roll the chat? All right, we got a thumbs up. We're rolling the chat on the screen so everybody can see what is going on. I see that we have a birthday in the house. Happy birthday, Quade DeBoard. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. That's awesome. That's the last thing that I saw in the chat here was Quade has a birthday. What a great place to spend your birthday. That is awesome. Also wanted to let you guys know, next live stream is Saturday. So what are we going to talk about Saturday? Let's find out. Because of Vlogtoberfest has made me lose a few brain cells, I had to make myself a calendar because I really can't keep it straight. I'm telling you guys, I have to use a calendar. So Saturday, we're going to be talking all about, oh yeah, I love this topic. Okay, ready? Buffet food, main dining room food, specialty dining, and drink package tips. So we're going all food and beverage on Saturday, noon Pacific time. There will be more live streams to come after that. I just don't know exactly when yet. We've got a little bit of a road trip that we're considering, a short road trip this weekend, so I'm not sure we're going to do anything in the early part of the week, but we'll keep you posted. So make sure that you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter to stay up to date on when we're doing our next live stream and to see special sneak peeks of things. Does anybody want to say in the live chat what they saw a sneak peek of this week that you have never really seen before on Instagram and Facebook? I know somebody in the chat is going to tell everyone what or who I revealed this week. Let's see it, guys. I'm a little off topic here. I promise we'll get right back to the topic for those of you who want to know what my favorite ports are. We're going to get there. All right, I'm waiting. Let's get somebody to answer it. What did I reveal to you this week on social media? Oh man, well, okay, I'll give you guys a moment. Oh, Mike and Cheryl got it. Yep, that's right. Charity got it. That's right. Jackie got it. You guys, there you go. Debbie got it. Mr. CruiseTipsTV was my model this week. We partnered with Movement, MVMT, a sunglasses company that makes awesome, really affordable watches and sunglasses, and they give us a discount code. Over on our Cruise Gear channel, we made some unboxing videos. We haven't actually posted the videos yet, but on Instagram and Facebook, we posted the discount code, and my husband modeled the sunglasses for you guys. I was so proud of him. He was so handsome, and he loves the sunglasses. He's like, I love them. I'm willing to go on camera because I love them, right, Mr. CruiseTipsTV? Yeah, he's giving me the nod. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for sharing in that. That was really fun. I really enjoyed seeing all of your comments over there on that. So let's talk about my favorite ports of all time. I'm curious to know, Mr. CruiseTipsTV, as we go, I'm curious to hear if these are yours. So think about it. Think about it in the chat today and let me know if you disagree with me later, okay? I didn't really get his approval on these. I just kind of went for it. And we'll see what he says. Okay, so you ready for my number one, you guys? My number one favorite port of all time was really hard for me to decide on because I kind of had it tied for 2 places in the Caribbean. But I've decided that really one of my favorite places that I've been of all time is Half Moon Cay. or Half Moon Cay, however you want to say it. It is that private island in the Bahamas that belongs to Carnival Corporation, but I actually went there on a Holland America cruise. You guys have seen pictures of it before. It's got this idyllic white sand. It is, it's basically like a postcard, and it has this gorgeous kind of arch to it. I'm trying to remember exactly what you would call that. It's kind of like a crescent shape, and it has a crescent shape, kind of half moon shaped beach, and it has cabanas, and it has a lagoon with an aqua park in it where we went on wave runners, kind of like jet skis. And they also have tame stingrays in the stingray lagoon. So it's really exciting. There's no waves. You can swim there and just literally float on still beautiful Caribbean, gorgeous water the whole time you're there. It's paradise. Now, I want to tell you guys really quickly that I have to tell you my runner-up for number one. It's also in the Caribbean, and it's been a while since we've been there, but my runner-up for number one was Virgin Gorda, which is accessible if you're visiting Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And Virgin Gorda is home of the baths. And for those of you who have been to the baths, you know what I mean. It's just a little piece of paradise. So what did you guys think about my number one? Did it surprise you? Did you think, oh, it's going to be somewhere in the Mexican Riviera because that's the only place she ever cruises? Well, surprise, it's not. It's actually in the Caribbean. We love the Caribbean. Of course, if we lived closer to Florida or another port like Galveston, where we could more easily access the Caribbean, we'd cruise there all the time. I'm really excited to see what you guys are kind of noting in the chat here as to your favorite ports, but I'm gonna go ahead and plow through mine so that we can get to yours afterwards, if that's okay with everybody here. All right, my number two is not in the Caribbean at all. It is in Canada. It is Quebec City, which, as you guys know, is the capital city of the province of Quebec. And we visited Quebec City, I believe it's along the St. Lawrence River there, when we were on our Canada-New England cruise in 2000, probably like 2006. And when you pull up on the cruise ship, the beautiful hotel that sort of dominates the skyline there, the Chateau Frontenac, just pops during the sunrise, and it just makes you think you're in some incredible European city or something like that. It's so pretty. There's so many things that I like about Quebec City, but I want to go back. I'd love to go during winter and take a carriage ride in the snow. It's so romantic. It's so walkable. The old city is so charming and gorgeous. There's shops, there's restaurants. There's just so much there. Now, we walked the old city, but we also did an incredibly cool excursion there. We biked to, I don't know if I'm saying this right, guys, but Montmorency Falls. Those of you who are French Canadian or Canadian, can you please correct my spelling? I don't know how you're gonna do that in the chat, but if you want to give me a phonetic pronunciation of the falls, please let me know. But absolutely beautiful. So that's my number two, Quebec City. Number three, we're going to Mexico, but we're going to the Caribbean side of Mexico. My number three fave is, you guys, it's Cozumel. I love Cozumel, and it may have something to do with the fact that I really love that area of the Yucatan Peninsula near Cancun, and we are huge fans of Cancun. Excuse me. We've been there many, many times on land vacations, but Cozumel really took me by surprise. I liked it so much more. I like Cozumel because it doesn't feel like that, it doesn't have that big city feel or pace. It feels small, it feels drivable to me. The water's beautiful, the snorkeling is beautiful, the diving is amazing. You know I love beach clubs, and our favorite beach club there, which is the only one we've been to, so I can't say it's my favorite because I've never been to any others, but it's Nachi Cacom. We've talked about it dozens of times here on the channel, and I could live at Nachi Cacom, not just the tequila, for not just that reason, but because I love the water, the pool, the hot tubs, the service, the food. It's just incredible. I also love that Cozumel sort of has this feeling of being drivable. So if you were to go there and you were to stay for a few days, you'd be able to see so much of the island. You could rent a car, rent a scooter, take a taxi, and you could see so much of it in a short time. So that's my number three. Number four, I'm keeping it in Mexico, bringing it over to the Pacific side. You guys are this is gonna be an easy one for you, but I love Cabo. I love Cabo San Lucas. We've also spent many weeks there on land vacations for lots of different reasons, and Cabo has my heart, probably because I love the sort of contrast in Cabo of the desert meets the sea. You have this really incredible blue water that sort of straddles the Sea of Cortez and the Pacific Ocean. You have the gorgeous arches at that Land's End area there, and then you have this really stark, dry, deserty landscape. And I just love it. I love the contrast. I love the people. I love the dry heat. And I love that it's close to home. It's 2.5-hour flight from California, and that's convenient for us. So of course it's a wonderful cruise port, and I've been there way more times on a cruise than I have on land, but it feels good to me. It feels right. And we can do so many things there for so little money. Every time we go to Cabo, we try to do something a little different, but you'll notice that one thing we always go back to is we love getting a water taxi and going over to Medano Beach and just buying some drinks and food at a restaurant and enjoying the beach all day. And we can probably do Cabo for maybe, I'd say under $100 for our entire family for the whole day is an easy thing to do in Cabo. So it's another reason why I love it. So my number 5, I'm almost done, but my number 5 favorite port is in Alaska. And it is Juneau, Alaska. Juneau stole my heart, you guys. I had a hard time with this because I also love Skagway, Ketchikan, and Haines, and they all have my heart too, but there's something about Juneau. I love the diverse amount of activities you can do there. I love that you can go whale watching and climb, take the tram and see the glacier and all of these things in one day just on a tour. It's also an outdoor lover's dream. I could hike at Mendenhall Glacier and on Mount Roberts every day of my life and be the happiest person alive. The air is fresh, the people are wonderful, there's great shopping, there's great food, and I love Juneau. I'm so hungry for more. I'm hungry for more Alaska all the time, but Juneau really stole my heart on this last trip. We got to do so much more there than we ever had before. So those are my 5, guys. Let's hear what yours are. I know that I've missed a ton in the chat here, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and see if I can catch up a little bit, maybe with or without Mr. Cruise Tips TV's help. Let's see here. Okay, I'm jumping back up. Okay, who's already telling me about their favorite ports? I know there's probably a ton of them in here. You guys are all saying you're gonna miss Vlogtoberfest. We are too. Jonathan Heim, I love this one. Jonathan said La Paz is his all-time favorite. Jonathan, I love La Paz and I love Laredo. I think Laredo is it's high up there on my list, but since I've only been there once, up in the Sea of Cortez, I had to list Cabo, but isn't that a beautiful area up in the Sea of Cortez? I love it too. Veronique loves Half Moon too. Have I ever been to the other side? I don't think I have. I've only been to the lagoon. Bonnie Bergstein loves Skagway. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, our chat leader tonight. Hortensia loves Labadee. I would love to go to Labadee. Nellie's Over the Water Cabana. Yes. That's what I would do in Labadee is I'd get a cabana. Lisa's agreeing with me on Half Moon Cay. Yes, thank you very much. Roxanne's agreeing with me on Half Moon. Rich F is saying Coco Cay is awesome. Yay. Awesome. Very cool. Busy Mama Piranha is saying Half Moon Cay is your favorite also. Kitten Lynx is saying Bermuda. Eve is saying happy birthday. Thanks, Eve. Next Tuesday, Halloween. It's coming up. Oh, man. I don't know about this birthday, guys. I'm getting too close to the big 4-5. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close. So, yeah. I'm going to dress up, though, and I'm going to dress up in a costume that is definitely too young for me, basically. So I'm gonna try to stay young on my birthday. Let's just put it that way. All right. Mike and Cheryl love Princess Cay. I am so excited, Mike and Cheryl, to go to Princess Cay's. Key, I don't know how you even say all these things, but guys, I will tell you, we booked the cabana. We booked the cabana for our Panama Canal cruise with Mom. It's done. So we didn't get the adult-only beach. We got the cabana on the main beach. So we're really excited. We decided to go for it. I know that we talked a lot about it, and it was like, okay, she probably doesn't need the air conditioning, and she agreed that she didn't need the air conditioning, but we thought, what a nice thing to have to fall back on and to go have a meal there instead of having to trek over to get the meal. And I'm sorry, but you guys, I want to film it. I want to film it for you guys. I told my husband, I'm like, is it wrong to book a cabana because I want to film it? And he's like, no, it sounds good, sounds fun. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. It'll be really nice. Okay, ooh, Chuck Fletcher said Venice is his favorite port. Christine is agreeing Coco Cay is fabulous for beach excursion. Bonnie said Curacao, yay. Yeah, Shelly, you're gonna love Half Moon Cay, Half Moon Cay. It's in good condition, by the way, I've seen pictures. Okay, let's see here. Mike and Cheryl said all-time fave is Barbados. Yes. Oh man, Christine, Alaska is up there on my list. Alaska, I love these ports in so many different ways for so many different reasons, but Alaska is so incredibly special to me, and it calls me back. And if you've watched our vlogs before, you know that I usually get the Alaska bug every 2 years. Okay, let's see here. Rich F said St. Thomas and St. Martin are great ports. I would agree. Justine said Naples, Italy. That's a good one. All right, what else do we have here? Haha. Yes, Lisa, that's exactly what we were talking about. Okay, catching up. Oh, Liberty Cruiser said Princess Key until they took out the hammocks. Woohoo, night audit, you betcha. I know it's on the opposite coast from you, but boy, is Quebec, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I gotta tell you, I love both coasts of Canada though, night audit. Victoria is somewhere that there are people who would say they would not get off the ship there, and I think they are insane. I think it is the most beautiful place, and in all seasons too. All right, I wanna hear more about what you guys enjoy. There's so many comments here. Oh yay, we have more people from Victoria, British Columbia here. All right, okay. Sagusta said she loves Ketchikan and Skagway. Yes, Sagusta, it seems like yesterday that you were on that trip. I remember we were talking about you in the live chat when you had a rough start. Okay, let's see here. Just Drea said right now the favorite port has been the Cayman Islands. Swimming with the Stingray was amazing and a little scary. Oh, you went for it. I'm really trying to narrow down what we're going to do in Grand Cayman when we go to. Okay. Alice said that you were going to Bermuda in 2018, but rarely hear it listed. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people, Bermuda is very much its own little class of port because it's usually when you go there, you just go to Bermuda unless maybe you're on a transatlantic or some really fancy special cruise, but I would agree with you. Okay. Rich, what ship did we do the Canada cruise on? We did Holland America's Maasdam, and it is one of our all-time favorite cruises. It's definitely on the smaller side of a mid-sized ship, and boy, did we love it. It was fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Veronique, for the pronunciation. So it's Montmorency Falls. Is that right? Mont, like without that Mont? Okay, got it. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. Bonnie, you're talking about Canada. Quaid DeBoard loves Cozumel. Yes, I love Cozumel too. All right. Simone said Quebec City is, you think, your most beautiful city. You lived and studied there as a student many, many years ago. It is beautiful. Boy, you're fortunate that you get to call that home. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a farmer's market or some beautiful market right by the cruise port? When you walk off, you get to stroll through this market. That's what we did, and then we jumped on our bikes, and it was just amazing. So cool. Okay, Lisa loves Laredo as well. Bonnie, you love Cabo too. Catching up here, guys. Bear with me as I catch up, okay? Let's see here. Michael DeBoard said you love Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel. Mike and Cheryl also love Grand Cayman. Yes, definitely. Lucia said Isla Mujeres. That's another very special place, Lucia. I don't know if you guys are talking about Isla Mujeres, but it is a beautiful small island off of the coast of Cancun. And you can take a kind of a ferry type boat there for the day, and you can rent golf carts and take a little golf cart tour around. It's very tiny. You can go do swim with the dolphins, things like that. We did it and had a blast when we were on a land vacay. Krish, you're headed to Nachi, you lucky dog. Okay. Oh, is my mom in the chat? Bonnie's saying hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. I didn't know you were here. I haven't seen you yet. Okay, let's see here. Bonnie, of course, leave it to Bonnie. She found you. Okay, who else do we have commenting on their favorite ports? You guys are seeing it on the screen. Now you can see it on the screen before I even. Before I even see it. Aaron, I would love to come to Quebec in the winter and attend the Quebec Winter Carnival. My son would love it. And my son wants to go to the snow. Chris McDonald said, your favorite port is Busan, South Korea. Yay! I love that one. We are big fans of Korean TV shows, Korean dramas, things like that. Love them. Very curious to spend some time in Korea at some point in our life. And I'm sure we'll do it on a cruise if we're going to go. That's the way that we're going to go, right? There is my mom. Hi, Dorothy Zimmerman. Cabo is one of her favorites too. Yes, I know, Mom. And we've had some great times there, haven't we? Okay, let's see. All right. Hey, Ron. Good to see you in the chat. Okay. I'm looking for more, guys. More people loving Juneau. More people loving Alaska. All right, Michelle just went to Havana. Very fun. Crystal Salim said their favorite port is Aruba. There's so much to do. Okay. What have I missed, Mr. Cruise Tips TV?
Steve Ross.
Okay, what does Steve say?
Tied between Cozumel and Tortola.
Ah, Steve Ross said he's tied between Cozumel and Tortola. Simone said loves the Mayan ruins in Belize. Yes. Lisa said Kauai. Florida Rail Fanner said Castaway Key, Team Disney. I hear ya. It sounds like it's probably amazing. Night Audit said Halifax is a nice port as well. We loved Halifax too. That was a beautiful place. I don't mention that very often. Okay, what other ones? Oh, Kathy Roberts said Barbados, St. Lucia, Dominica. All right, those are good ones too. Lots of good ones. I want to read some of the Facebook contributions, but first I'm seeing some more come in here. A1 Channel said they like Ensenada. Kitten Link said Bar Harbor. Acadia is amazing. Nicole loves Puerto Vallarta. Oh, I love Puerto Vallarta too. Very special place. Chris Bostock said Honduras is beautiful. Alyssa and Grant said they love Georgetown, Cayman, shopping, or 7 Mile Beach. That sounds really fun. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Saugusta, you spent a week in Seoul for work 2 years ago. Oh, that sounds fabulous. I love it. Charity said any port around Australia is beautiful. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see here. Wow. Eliana Kim said, I was born in Korea and recently went to Busan for the first time. It was so beautiful and the seafood is so fresh. I love it. Justine also loves St. Martin. Shirla said, I love San Juan and St. Thomas. Yeah, there's just so many. Okay. We got Michelle saying Havana. Ginger said San Francisco is a great port to see a lot. Yeah, that's good, Ginger. A lot of people ask me about what to do in San Francisco. So Ginger's giving you some tips, guys. Muir Woods, Golden Gate Park, baseball game in the pier, sunrise to sunset, lots of activities. Okay, guys, have I missed anybody's comments? I'm seeing some folks talk about other ideas for episodes, and we will make a note of those. Lisa loved Honduras. Okay, let's read some of the Facebook comments that we got this week about their people's favorite ports that couldn't be here tonight. I think it's really fun to read them out. There's some really unique ones that I definitely want to share with you guys. My Facebook page navigated away from where I had it, of course. So I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. Okay, here we go. Some of you are in the chat, I noticed here. Okay, here we go. Jackie, I think I heard that you were here in the chat, but Jackie has a really awesome one, you guys. Jackie went on a 30-day South America cruise and went to Ushuaia, Argentina, Glacier Alley in Chile. It's not a port, but glacier after glacier as you pass from Argentina to Chile. And so Jackie said this was a cruise from Buenos Aires to Los Angeles, 30 days South America. You recommend this cruise to everyone, bucket list, check. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh my goodness sake, sounds fantastic. Okay. Charlie Harnett said Grand Cayman. Let's see here. Kay Bishop said, being in Australia, we cruise to the South Pacific and by far our favorite port is the Isle of Pines, which is divine. We head around to the little beach where there is a hut right in the beach, which is part of the resort, and we have our coffee. Going on Carnival Spirit on November 11th and going there again on November 11th. Can't wait. Okay, I know you guys can't really see this picture, but look at this gorgeous Isle of Pines picture she posted for me. I know you can't see it, but it's insane. I wish I could share it. Chuck Fletcher sent me a beautiful picture of Venice from the ship, which is stunning. Kathy Barber said, my favorite cruise port so far is Grand Cayman, walking 7 Mile Beach, renting chairs at the Palms Resort. I'm gonna borrow that idea, Kathy. And being served some fancy slushy cocktails. Feels like another world. All right, Little Starboard has my runner-up port mentioned tonight, and that is Tortola. You caught a water lift to the Soggy Dollar in Tortola and enjoyed a gorgeous day on the beaches. Oh, to be back there today. Little says. Lisa Eliason says, oh, that's a hard one. I love San Francisco, Barcelona, Mykonos, and next fall going on a Caribbean cruise. We'll have more to add to the list. Yes, you will. Jenny Kisner said, I adore Ketchikan, Alaska. It's such an adorable little town, and we had a great time the 2 occasions we were there. Isn't Ketchikan special? I love Ketchikan too. It's so cute, so walkable. Megan Vidal said, I absolutely loved Juneau. My mom and I did a whale watching tour and saw a pod of orcas. You lucky dog. I love killer whales. All right. Chris Harrelson said St. Lucia. It's just the most beautiful port out of all that I went to. Paula Burdenik said, I loved Ocho Rios, climbed Dunn's River Falls and Grand Cayman. Great snorkeling. All right. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Simone said, so far it's been Belize for the incredible Mayan ruins and getting to climb to the top as you imagine history coming to life, and Acapulco for watching the cliff divers, sailing to New York, passing the Statue of Liberty, but probably top of the list is San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's a colorful city, full of history, and still the most beautiful place to sail out of. It's breathtaking to see the fort with the waves crashing against it, and the sun setting as you pass by. It gets smaller and smaller. Okay, I have a lot more to read, you guys, but I don't want to get too behind in the chat, so I'm going to give that a rest and come in and say hello to all of you. All right. Okay, Lisa said you loved Tortola. You swam with the dolphins. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's awesome. Shani Wong said, watching New York skyline fade away is really gorgeous. Oh, I can imagine a sail away from New York would be amazing. Sam S. likes Cozumel. Tequila tasting, anyone? Yes, love it. What else? Who else do we have? Oh, thank you, Hortensia, for complimenting me on my Spanish. I try really hard, but I know that I'm not that good at it. Eve said Cozumel. Lisa R. said Costa Rica and Nicaragua. Way too many to list. I know. There's just too many. It's hard to narrow them down. I had a hard time narrowing them down, too. But when I really thought about it, the places I still daydream about, the places that if I see them on a cruise itinerary, I'm going to jump more than I jump at another cruise. That's how I kind of made this list. I thought, if those ports are ports that that draw me back and that I really want to return to, I think that those need to qualify as faves. Okay, let's see here. Mr. CruiseTipsTV, have you seen anything that I've missed?
Actually, we had a question
Okay.
from Edna.
Okay, question from Edna.
Off topic, but
Okay.
I wanted to give it by you. What is your favorite season to cruise?
Oh, Edna wants to know, what is my favorite season to cruise? Edna, my favorite season to cruise is probably fall. I think my favorite months to cruise are between October and December. So straight up fall, girlfriend. Yep, definitely. Are you asking Penelope about K-dramas?
Yes.
You guys are talking about K-dramas? I thought somebody was asking me about my favorite K-drama, which I would be happy to share with you. My favorite K-drama of all time is Love Rain. Oh, so beautiful, so cinematic, so romantic, so fabulous. Okay, Ginger wants to know, does anybody have a favorite port to scuba dive? You know, Ginger, Cozumel has really good diving, and so does Grand Cayman. But I'd love to see what everybody else says. I went diving in Grand Cayman, and it was spectacular. Bluest water I've ever dove in. Ryan Richard has a question, guys. Any suggestions on what to do in Honolulu on Christmas Day? That is a good one. Okay. Jackie also likes St. Petersburg, Russia. Ah, yes. Chris Bostock. At Tortola, you did the rock caves. That was a cruise highlight. Chris, are you talking about the baths at Virgin Gorda, or is the rock cave something different? Please let me know. I would love to know. Okay. Oh, wow. Christine said, swam with the dolphins in Cozumel, which is a bucket list item. Your husband couldn't wipe the smile off your face. I had a fabulous time. I've heard really good things about that. Okay. All right. Florida Rail Fanner has a question. When sailing in Alaska, is there enough time to do everything? Is that what you meant? It says every inland, but I think you mean everything before it's time to set sail. Yeah. Usually there's a lot of time for activities in Alaska. You don't feel quite as rushed. I think if you fall in love with a port, you're going to not want to leave it, but that's normal for any cruise. Ah, Vegas Strong, formerly Suji. Hi, Suji, you changed your name. Favorite excursions would be a good topic. That's a really great idea. I will make a note of that, my friend. It's going on the list. I think that's a great one. So we could do favorite excursions of all time on the list, my friend. That is such a nice one, and it's also will make for a fun live stream because it's a really good thing to interact about, right? Like we can all share what we think would be nice. Okay, you guys are talking about Korean dramas here? So funny. Okay, I'm scrolling back up. Any other favorite ports that I've missed? I see Crystal in Honduras, you ziplined in the forest. Vegas Strong, formerly Suji, said glacier landing in Alaska is phenomenal. Oh, that sounds so good. Looks like Rich F's mom swam with the dolphins in Curacao. Let's see here. Oh my goodness sakes, you guys, there's so many good ones coming in. Okay. All right. Let's read some more of our awesome subscribers' cruise ports here. Boy, Facebook just keeps moving away from my topic. This is what I get for trying to go live onto Facebook and look at something instead of taking a screenshot of it, which is what I normally do. But this time I thought I was all cool and hip and that I could just navigate out there with no problems and see what's happening. Gosh, sorry guys. Okay. Here we go. You guys had so many beautiful ones that I just wanted to read them over and over. Okay, I'm going to pick up with Anne-Marie Donnelly Myers, who said, my favorite port is Bermuda. I have been to Bahamas and Southern Caribbean. Beautiful as well, but Bermuda has my heart, LOL. Hoping to be able to cruise through Alaska in 2020. Oh, that's so awesome. Grant Keller said, the Grand Turk port is fantastic for people who want a laid-back beach day. And then I see a picture that Grant posted, which of course you guys can't see because I'm going to mess up the focus if I try to show it to you. But that's a beautiful picture of Grand Turk. Okay, gorgeous. I really want to go to Grand Turk, Grant. I would love to. Garlanda Joyce said, we went parasailing in Grand Cayman and it was amazing. Quite the view up there. Would do it again in a heartbeat, even though I occasionally have a fear of heights. Yeah, parasailing is kind of gnarly for someone with a fear of heights. Rebecca Cotter Schroeder said, Curacao, I love this port and all the history that comes with it. We did a beach break and it was amazing, but walking the streets and checking out the locals was just as nice. All right, Anne-Marie Padalena Passaretti said, loved beautiful Bermuda, but it's the only cruise port I've ever been to. Going to Alaska summer 2018, I bet it will be very different, but just as beautiful. Yeah, it's so true. Alaska is so different from the Caribbean, but so special in its own way. It just, I don't know, it just kind of, it's different because it's, the things that I think you cherish in Alaska are the natural beauty, the quiet, the stillness, the wildlife, the fresh smell of pine air, the crisp, deep cold that overcomes you on a glacier morning, the ice everywhere, the fact that you'll be there in the middle of summer and see snow on top of the mountains. It's just different. A few people from Instagram weighed in too on their favorite ports. Anna Romberg said Grand Cayman is her favorite, and Sovereign Travel Agency said St. Kitts is their favorite. So that's all the write-ins we had for this time. Okay, let's see here. Let's see who else has some good ones for me. What do we have, Mr. Cruise Tips TV? No, nothing. No essential huge ones. Okay. Steve Roth has a question. Hey, Sherry, when it comes to Caribbean cruises, which do you prefer, Eastern, Western, or Southern? I can tell you that, Steve, my last choice will always be the Western Caribbean because I feel like I've done it enough. I don't want to go to Jamaica anymore. I'm done with that. Grand Cayman's fine, but I feel like I've been there a lot. So I think I'm going to say that I'm most intrigued by the Southern Caribbean because most of the islands in the Southern Caribbean I have not been to, so that would be number one on my list, but I do love the Eastern Caribbean. I love the Leeward Islands, British Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. Martin. Those are places that are very, very intriguing, but I think Southern Caribbean is on my list of interests. So Chris Bostock said, what is the best month for Alaska? Chris, this is definitely a matter of opinion, so please, no one get mad at me, but our favorite month for Alaska is May. Late May is our favorite time to go. We've had the least amount of rain and the best weather. However, please be careful about going to Tracy Arm Fjord in May or any time because it's often iced in and you can't get back to see the glacier. And if you want to go see a glacier, you might find yourself very, very disappointed. Okay. All right, Saugusta said you loved the float plane excursion over the Juneau ice fields and Tracy Arm Fjord. It looks like you guys are talking about excursions. I love that. Okay. Edna said, I'm torn between going to Europe or Alaska. Please advise me. Edna, it really depends on all the factors that we have to take into consideration here, because most certainly you probably live closer to one and one may be more affordable than the other. But if those things are not factors and you're just looking at something that you can afford either one, and cost isn't really an issue and you don't mind the long flight to Europe, I might say go to Europe first and do Alaska next, because you can do them both. That's probably what I would say. All right, Crystal's weighing in on a nice port, you guys. Barcelona, Spain. It was very nice. The food is good and the cities are clean. Yeah, so pretty, isn't it? Barcelona has so much to offer. Love it. Penelope, I'm glad that all the info is helping you. There's a large bug on the set. Mr. Cruise Tips TV. Okay, Megan Leaf Ewing. Do you see that? It's a giant pterodactyl. My goodness. Megan Leaf Ewing said, my kids love Phillipsburg St. Martin for the beach and the Star Wars Museum. Ainsley said, we went to Halifax and St. John this week, and boy, oh boy, did they blow you away. Oh, Ainsley, I heard you were on the same cruise as another one of our subscribers this week. That sounds wonderful. Ainsley, let us know what you did there. That sounds great. Okay. Ainsley, yay, Regal Princess, congratulations. So awesome. Okay. Let's see here. Oh my goodness sakes. There's so many, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of good information come in about Quebec City, and some people are offering a lot of ideas in the way of shore excursions and things like that. Angelique has a question. Going to Cozumel in 9 days, what should me and my husband do? You have lots of options, Angelique. It really depends on what you'd like to do. There's a lot of adventure to be had, and there's a lot of relaxing places to hang out, a lot of beach clubs. Our favorite beach club that we talk about all the time is Nachi Cacombe, and we talk about it so much that we should have like a pop-up thing on the screen that tells you how to spell it, because it's hard to spell. But the first word is Nachi, N-A-C-H-I, and the last word is Cacombe, C-O-C-O-M. And if you Google Nachi Cacombe Beach Club, it's wonderful. There's also Mr. Sancho's Beach Club. There's also Chonkanab, which is more of a snorkeling park. You could take a Jeep tour of the island. You could go snorkeling. You could go scuba diving. You could take a speedboat ride. You could go shopping, although I don't recommend just walking around in the port. I think you need to do something. Don't be afraid to book your own stuff in Cozumel, especially if you're just going to a beach club for the day. Nachi Cacombe does accept pre-reservations, and they only allow 100 people per day, so it's very romantic. It's quiet too. That might be a nice one for you. Okay. Busy Mama Piranha wants to know any excursions to do with young children at Freeport. Youngest will be 4 years old, oldest will be 10 years, 4 kids total. If anybody has any Freeport with kids excursions, please let Busy Mama know. That would be wonderful. Matthew K., you're doing your first cruise November 6th from Long Beach. Congratulations. Let us know where you're going. Are you going on Carnival Miracle? Or are you going on Inspiration or Imagination? I know those are the only ships that sail out of Long Beach. Let me know. Simone said that in Belize, Mayan ruins are amazing. Your friends did the cave tubing and loved it. So if anybody is going to Belize, Mayan ruins and cave tubing. Yes, Simone, I have friends who did the Mayan ruins as well when we went to Goff's Key. And they were a little jealous about our Goff's Key experience, but they definitely loved it as well. Okay, Suji, Vegas Strong Suji wants to know any suggestions on shore excursions in Quebec. You know, I was just researching that, Suji, before this show, and I had mentioned that the only thing we had done is bike to the falls, but there's so many other beautiful things to do, so hopefully some of our friends who have visited there or our Canadian friends can weigh in on that. Okay. Arij wants to know, do I know of any cruise lines in the UAE or near the UAE? Arij, I'm not really familiar with that, but I feel like I do know of one, and I tend to forget the name of the line that goes to Dubai, but I'll think about it and I'll let you know. I know we're connected on Instagram, so I'll try to connect with you on that if I can figure it out. Okay, let's see here. Oh my my goodness sakes, you guys have all kinds of things to do. Roxanne, I don't know a lot of ideas for things to do in Freeport. So let's see if anybody here could weigh in on Freeport. Oh, Lisa, thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. Bye, Jackie. Have a great night. Let's see here. Caleb to contact me to ask me some questions. Just wait till this saves to replay and just leave it in the comments below. Totally fine. Just leave me a comment here on YouTube. Or there's a messaging function on YouTube. If you want to send me a private message, you can do that as well. Okay. Gail says, what is there to do in the Caribbean if you don't swim, snorkel, or drink? Gail, that's a great question. And you would be surprised how often people tell us we don't want to do anything near the water. What should we do? The good news about the Caribbean is that if you go to the right ports, especially like the Southern Caribbean area, there's a lot of historical tours. I know my mom has done a lot of island tour type things where you get a private van or bus or just do, you know, kind of a shore excursion, and you go out and you see the countryside and you see the sights and you meet the people and you go see the islands themselves without getting, you know, going parasailing, snorkeling, or drinking. I think there's a lot to be seen. If you don't like warm weather or humidity, then maybe that wouldn't be the right thing, but yeah, definitely. Okay. Riley Price wants to know if there's any Cozumel hotels where you could get a day pass. That's an excellent question. I love it. Kim T wants to know who has the best private island. Kim T, of those that I have been to, and I haven't been to all of them, but I would definitely give Half Moon Cay the nod. I have also heard that Labadee is amazing. Labadee isn't really an island, but it's a private destination of Royal Caribbeans, and that's on my bucket list too. Labadee's got some beautiful scenery, and just the way that it's set. Google some pictures and just look at that water, look at those cabanas, look at the greenery. It's beautiful. Yeah, Daryl, I agree. Quebec does feel like Europe, complete with cobblestone streets and charm. Okay, if anybody, oh, Simone Kearney said, we're doing an NCL from Miami to Valparaiso, Chile in December. Any suggestions for Cartagena? Simone, in Cartagena, we're gonna try to do a carriage tour, like of the city, of the old city. We're on a wait list for a princess excursion right now, and I'm a little bit reticent to book a private excursion in Colombia because I feel like for safety reasons, maybe we should be staying with the ship. Has anybody been to Cartagena or Cartagena? I don't know if it's a rolling your N's thing or not, but let's let Simone and me know. I would love to hear. Okay, Ryan, we are not having a live stream tomorrow. We know you need to head out. Saturday's live stream topic is all about dining and drink packages. So we're going to talk about main dining room food, buffet food, specialty dining, and drink packages Saturday, noon Pacific time. Come back and join us. Okay, let's see here. Daryl McRae said you can just rock around Old Quebec right off the cruise port. Totally worth it. I would agree. We did that and we loved it. Okay, let's see. Okay, Florida Rail Fanner is saying that Disney's private island is the #1 private island that they would recommend. I've heard amazing things about Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. Heard it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, Morgan Gibson said, I'm going on my first cruise in March. We leave from Miami and plan to drive down, getting there the day before our embarkation day. Does anyone know which hotels offer shuttle service to the port? I don't know of any in Miami, but I know that the Embassy Suites in Fort Lauderdale does. I will see if anybody can weigh in on that for you, Morgan Gibson. Okay. Carol, your out-of-town traveling husband just called and heard me in the background and said he'd call back since your cruise show is on. Oh no, I don't want to be disrupting your phone call with your husband. That's terrible. So sweet though. Oh my gosh. Caleb said, was it called the White Pass Rail in Alaska, and what port was that? Caleb, yes it was. The White Pass and Yukon route is in the port of Skagway, Alaska. It's one of our favorite all-time excursions. It is fantastic and we highly recommend it. Hi.
Vlog should be coming soon.
Vlog should be coming soon, Mr. CruiseTipsTV said. He is editing as fast as he can. And he probably would have already had it done if we weren't doing this Vlogtoberfest thing, and he's editing a video every day. Sorry for the delay on the trip vlogs, guys. We are anxious to see them. And it is White Pass Rail is a beautiful experience in good weather or rain. You can do it in drizzly weather, no problem. We are going to be bringing you a full vlog from our beautiful special day in Skagway. The White Pass and Yukon route was absolutely the central focus, and we do have a big, beautiful surprise from that day that we got to interview a conductor, and it is going to be really special. It was just an awesome interview, and we can't wait to show you the video of our experience from that day. Mr. Cruise Tips TV literally filmed from the time we got on the train to the time we got off. He never sat down. He was outside, he was inside, he was getting every single point of interest. He was literally standing on the back of the train. We had the very back car, and it was amazing. So Caleb, book it, you're gonna love it. Edna Garduno wants to know, last question for tonight. What do y'all think of Greece or Italy? I think you should book it. I think Greece or Italy are wonderful. Scott Singer did some great vlogs at Scott Singer Cruises here on YouTube on Greece, and I don't know about Italy, but I know he did a lot of cool European ports on a Princess Cruise, and they are fantastic. Okay, great. You guys, we're gonna wrap up in about 5 minutes. So let's get those last minute questions in, because I know all of you are probably eager to go have dinner or go to bed, or depending on your time zone. And I'd love to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, let's see here. All right, I think that Sheena has an answer to the Miami hotel with shuttle question. Sheena said, I booked the Embassy Suites in Miami the night before my cruise, November 12. Stayed there before and loved it. Booked a shuttle service to the port and free breakfast. Awesome. That is awesome. Very cool. Looking for last minute questions, guys. Okay, guys, I think we're good. We're going to wrap up. I hope all of you will come back on Saturday. Are we liking that topic? Are we excited to talk about food and drinks? I mean, isn't that really what cruising is all about? Just kidding, it's not. Well, maybe it is. So see you guys here. We're going to do noon Pacific time, so East Coast time. For those of you who are on the East Coast time, that's 3 p.m. Pacific time. And we would love for you to bring any questions you have about cruise ship dining, main dining, specialty dining, buffet dining, and drink packages. We'll do our best to answer them. If we can't answer them, you know that our awesome cruising community will. Thank you guys so much for tuning in the middle of the week for Vlogtoberfest. We're going to sign out now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.
Hey, click me to subscribe.